What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here, and welcome to Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Now, this game is a standalone title, but it is more like a prologue to Phantom... shit. I forget. Regardless, the main Metal Gear Solid. I apologize. The name slipped my mind. Phantom something. How bad does that make me look? Regardless, from what I understand, this prologue is indeed very short. The main missions don't last that long, but there's also some side content we can take a look at. Some people are telling me with side content, you got 2.5 hours of gameplay. Other people are saying it's 8 hours, and like, I don't know who to believe, so find out myself. So anyway, let's jump right into it. Options. Oh yeah, if you could do me the favor of hitting up that like button. Excuse me. You know, if you want to support the group, support it up. You know what I mean? And we'll see what this is all about. I watched a little bit. Oh god. Okay, accept. Game start, the backstory. Let's go to options. Game settings. No. Display, maybe? Oh, it is already on. Cool. What exactly is backstory? I think we should watch that. For us, there's no victory. There lived a man who was a legend among mercenaries. A man who put together a formidable unit of soldiers of fortune, long before the advent of private military companies that dared to call itself a nation. A man who, with his nation at his back, made an enemy of modern capitalist society and the world. This is his story. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business, a new kind of business. Known by codenames such as Snake and later Big Boss, he proved himself as an agent of U.S. Special Forces Unit Fox. But a certain incident spurred him to part ways with the military, and he is said to have roamed the world's war zones as a gun for hire. In '74, Snake and his partner Kazuhira Miller were running a small mercenary outfit in Colombia when they were visited by a man claiming to be a professor from Costa Rica's University for Peace. According to this professor, there had been several incidents involving a mysterious armed group in Costa Rica, a country without a military of its own. The professor was accompanied by one of his students, a girl named Paz, who had been abducted and assaulted by this group. The professor and Paz offered to hire Snake to drive the group out of Costa Rica. However, Snake saw through their deception in an instant. My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. The professor was actually a KGB agent and the armed group in question backed by the CIA. The Cold War was no stranger to such overseas clandestine operations between US and Soviet agents, but the CIA's motives were a mystery. Paz had escaped from one of the CIA's group's facilities with a cassette tape. On it was the voice of a woman known as the Mother of Special Forces, the Boss. With a popular song from '73 playing in the background, it was reasonable to conclude that the recording was made recently. Snake was stunned. The Boss was supposed to be dead. What was he doing in Costa Rica? I'll do it for the girl, for Paz. The Boss was Snake's mentor and the only woman he ever loved, but 10 years prior, Snake was forced to take the Boss's life as part of a mission, a bitter memory that still haunted him. Despite realizing that she simply could not have survived, Snake was unable to turn the professor down, telling himself he was intervening as a deterrent for a defenseless country, as well as to honor the virtue of Paz's name, peace. Snake departed from Costa Rica. Once there, he ran into a unit of Sandinista National Liberation Front that had fled Nicaragua. After rising up against the pro-American Somoza regime, these rebels had become targets for the CIA group, who killed their commandante and left the unit in shambles. Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore. Snake rescued the Sandinistas and invited them back to Mother Base, the new offshore base of operations provided to them by the KGB. The fallen commandante's children, Amanda and Chico, saw something of their hero, Che Guevara, in Snake, and grew to idolize him. This triggered a rapid expansion of Snake's forces. However, he was still no closer to discovering what the CIA was really up to in Costa Rica. I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence. Snake then encountered Huey, a wheelchair-bound scientist being forced to work for the CIA. Huey revealed the CIA's terrifying plot. They were developing a system by which, following radar detection of an enemy nuclear launch, an AI would analyze all available data and automatically execute a retaliatory nuclear strike at appropriate targets. Although designed to increase the power of nuclear deterrence, Coldman, the CIA's Central American station chief, planned to actually launch a nuke to demonstrate the effectiveness of automated retaliation. This demonstration was only 5 days away. Snake rushed to the development lab to stop their AI from being completed. You've left everything behind, your country, your identity, your past, and ideals, but there's still one thing you haven't let go of. Upon infiltrating the lab, Snake was greeted by the voice from the tape, the same voice of his lost mentor, but this was in fact the voice of the retaliatory system's AI. Its developer Dr. Strangelove has selected the boss, the so-called greatest soldier who ever lived, as the AI's intellectual model. However, succumbing to personal obsession, Strangelove had deviated from the researcher's original purpose. Not only has she reproduced the boss's voice, she was on the verge of bringing her psyche back to life in AI form, driven by a bizarre kind of love. What if the boss could truly be revived in every detail, if only in AI form? Snake hesitated as Strangelove's idea touched his sense of loss. His guard down, Snake was immediately captured. The boss AI was completed, and Peace Walker, the nuclear-equipped walking battle tank housing this retaliatory AI system, went active. I was made to fight. I am a gun. Snake fought in vain as Peace Walker prepared to fire the nuke, but in the face of catastrophe, it was ultimately a machine that saved mankind from nuclear annihilation. The boss AI sank Peace Walker to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua, stopping the launch. With the crisis behind him, Snake took advantage of his recent mobilization to continue Mother Base's expansion indefinitely. Snake understood that the AI had acted to save the world, but they did not change the fact that this system based on the boss's mind had chosen at last to lay down its weapon. As a weapon himself, Snake felt the act to be a rejection of his life. Undeterred, Snake and Miller invited Doctors Huey and Strangelove to Mother Base to develop Metal Gear Zeke. Or just Zeke, I don't know. A bipedal weapon that eventually equipped with a nuclear warhead, suddenly making their unit a nuclear power. This place will no longer be my heaven. Meanwhile, Mother Base took in Paz, already an orphan but now left without even her KGB benefactor following the end of the crisis. However, this was all engineered by an intelligence agency known as Cypher. Under Cypher's orders, Pax got close to Amanda, Chico, and the others while exploring more and more of the base, secretly plotting to hijack Zeke. Her objective was to use the weapon as a bargaining chip to force Snake into becoming the military arm for Cypher. Paz's attempt failed when Snake defeated Zeke, and she was thrown beneath the waters of the Caribbean. It was only then that Snake learned Chico had fallen in love with her. A diary she kept while on the base was discovered several days later. It revealed a young girl torn between serving Cypher and following her heart. This is Chico. Cypher's holding me on a U.S. military base in Cuba. Perhaps due to Pax revealing the existence of Snake's nuke to Cypher, the International Atomic Energy Agency contacted Mother Base to request that it agree to a nuclear inspection. If word got out that Snake's unit had a nuclear weapon, it would face severe criticism from around the world. But Huey, acting on his own, informed the IAEA that Mother Base would allow the inspection. His reasoning was that as long as they kept Zeke and its nuke hidden from the inspectors, they could demonstrate to the international community that they were not a threat. The option to call off the inspection having expired, Snake and his men reluctantly got preparations underway. Meanwhile, Amanda deployed to Cuba to assist the Sandinistas, learned that Paz had survived. The timing could not have been worse. Suspecting her of turning her back on the organization, Cypher had captured Paz and was interrogating her at the U.S. military base on the southern tip of Cuba. Chico learned of this and set out to save Paz by himself. It was not long before a radio message from Chico reached Mother Base, saying he too had been captured. I know it hurts right now, but it will be over soon. With an idea as to Cypher's true identity, Snake cannot allow that Chico and Paz knew to fall into their hands. Furthermore, if he could rescue Paz, he might be able to get information from her that would help him fight back against Cypher. On the eve of the nuclear inspection, Snake made the decision to leave for Cuba. And I think that's where we're standing right now. That's the backstory. I'll start with game start now. Alright, we'll play on the normal diff. Starting with ground zeros. Rescue Mother Base member Chico and high-value target Paz from the U.S. Naval Prison Facility and escape the mission area by chopper. Yes. Alright, guys, let's do it. It's been a long-ass time since I've played a Metal Gear Solid game, and I mean years upon years. I never played 4. I never played, like, I don't know, man. I can't remember. But it was, like, PlayStation... Was it 2 or 1 that I think it would be PlayStation 2, the last game. I don't remember which one that was. It's been that long, so I apologize, but hopefully we will make something of it, and this game will be awesome. I mean, like, this is just the prologue, but whatever. Sorry, I'm not even reading this. I'm sorry. I should have been reading it, but... Okay, I think we're good. Sorry. Hideo Kojima. Graphics do look pretty good.
She told us everything. Don't worry, I kept my word. She didn't suffer long. Here. You earned it. How's it feel to play the traitor? No more war games. You're a real man now, soldier. Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
Ten days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
Paz.
She survived.
She was rescued by Belizean fishermen who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No, I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved is bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side.
Holy shit.
Trojan horse is in. This pirate crackdown's a go. Move!
So who's the other target?
That would be Chico. He's being held in the same area as Paz. Last radio contact was 40 hours ago. Find them both. Bring him back alive. Enter the compound from the south cliff. Secure Chico and Paz, then report back from the rendezvous point.
Aha. And here we are. That looks really good.
We'll send a chopper from across the Cuban border. You should be back at Mother Base in time for lunch. You'll probably just miss our guests. The only catch is you go in solo. The politically sensitive nature of the mission means backup is not an option.
Fine. I like some alone time now and then. Kept you waiting, huh?
Oh, Kiefer.
Are being held in an old, unused part of the compound. Get inside and head northeast.
Here we go. We're actually in the game now.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area.
Oh, okay, we'll go back up.
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster. What do you see? Press the call